Nilah was so strong in Season 16 that Riot hotfix nerfed her on the second day of the season, and yet I think she's still one of the most underrated ADCs in the game. So why do people hate playing versus Nilah but also hate playing her? That kind of doesn't make sense. Usually when people hate a champion, it also means that it has qualities that make the champion fun, right? Think about Yasuo, K'Sante, Mbessa, Zoe, etc. Hey, it's Enryu, and I've been a challenger Nilah main ever since her release, and today I'll be showing you why Nilah is one of the strongest ADCs in the game despite not being very popular. So let's start off with the best and the worst about playing this champion. I'm a visual learner, so here's me playing versus Team Liquid's LCS bot lane, Yon and Core JJ. Except they were in streamer mode, so I didn't know it was them, so I had a little bit of an ego at the beginning. Regardless, Nilah is a champion where you cannot afford to make mistakes in the early game, especially against good players. This is an example. I walked up for one minion and I got half health instantly, but regardless, I should not have been greedy for that one minion. Here's what happens after. I get dove and the lane is pretty much over. But at the same time, in that game we were actually almost able to come back since Nilah scaling is quite incredible and you can capitalize off the enemy's mistakes. In most games though, you won't be getting cooked against dual bot LCS players and comms on Discord, so let me show you what a realistic game of Nilah should look like, focusing mainly on the lane phase, which is the most important part of her game in my opinion. Alright, so we're playing Nilah and Nico versus Aphelios Ashe. This is kind of like a classic matchup where you're playing versus double range champions. I mean, honestly, anything to Nilah is pretty long range, and Ashe is autoing us here, but for some reason my minions are not autoing her, so I don't know what's going on, but she should be punished more for that. But like I said, classic matchup, you really don't want to walk up to any of these guys. You're just gonna have to wait for the wave under tower, it's okay. If you take a little bit of poke damage, as long as you don't lose all your health, you're not gonna want to walk up, because if you walk up, right, if I walk up to Q this, look at my range. This is like probably half the range of an Ashe W or a Aphelios auto, so pretty much you're just waiting under tower for the longest time possible until the minions get to your tower. You don't want to lose all your health, because if you do, you might get dove, you might have to, like, force yourself to recall, so it's not going to be ideal. And right here, it's honestly, we can get right to level 3, flash, Q flash. This guy will have to flash as well, otherwise he will die. Alright, do we have Nico flash? Okay, nice. Almost messed that up because my Q kind of bugged a little bit actually, or like my keyboard did not register the Q properly, so I queued late. Or maybe I just didn't press it, but it's fine. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of early game. You're gonna want to stand under tower. You're not always gonna get that kill, by the way. You're not always gonna get a double kill. Whenever they walk up to you on your tower like that. But the only chance for you to actually kill the enemies early game, given like normal circumstances, is going to be when you're under tower and they walk up to you. So the moral of the story is, playing Nilah, you want to wait for the enemies to push under your tower, then you farm, so you don't lose too much health. And once you have an advantage in lane, you have to be even more patient, because it's, even though it's not as easy to throw your lead, and when you have an advantage in lane, what you want to do is actually not be very aggressive at all. You're still going to play around the same way, but now you have more chips to work with, right? So like imagine you're playing poker, like if we were level 1, or actually not even just poker, just anything. Like imagine you were playing a game, a Monopoly, and then you started off with like, I don't know, $200, and you had to play like pretty safe, right? You're just buying whatever you can with trying not to go to jail or something. That's basically Nilah early game, at least in the first 3 levels. Once you have an advantage, it's like you have like $1,000. Now you can buy like anything you want, right? And you still have leftovers. So right now we're basically at that spot where we don't have to do anything. The lane and the game is already won as long as we keep our advantage, right? And as long as like we don't die. So obviously this game we're gonna have a winning team, it seems like, because everyone is winning, but not every game is something like this. So we're really going to try and focus on our own lane, because that is the only consistent thing we can kind of control. So if our teammates were down like 6 kills right now instead of being up 5, it would be the same thing. We're going to do exactly the same. We're going to wait for the minions to crash into a tower. Gonna auto this so that I could last hit it. Gonna have to fix that backline minion because I kind of messed it up. Thank you to Nico for helping me right there. And again, we're level 5. They already used their summoner spells, so we know that they don't have flash, right? We're gonna wait for level 6 here. So level 6 is pretty much just gonna be guaranteed kills, because with my ult and Nico ult, well, mainly my ult because I'm up level, it's gonna be really easy to kill them. So we got this cannon here, got these minions, and we're gonna try and back off now. So again, the wave is not ideal. We don't really want to be here because it's on their side, and when it's on their side, we can't really do much, right? We don't have the range, we don't really have the ability to kill them under their towers, so we're gonna want to reset the wave. So ideally, you push the wave in, or if you can't push the wave in, like in this case, you kind of just wait for them to push back to you. Again, this will require patience, but we're level 6 now, right? I guess in like 1 minion. So we're gonna want to use that to our advantage. Unfortunately, we can't do like a sneaky level 6 engage, but this is fine. Aphelios is pretty low. I think he has barrier though, because like the barrier timing should be up, and their flashes should come up soon, like maybe in like a minute or so. And they probably do want to recall here, so I'm probably gonna hard shove this wave. I think Nico could get level 6, but I'm not sure, because she's not pinging it, but even if she doesn't get level 6, we can kind of dive them, I think. Okay, she is level 6, so let's go. Gonna pop my level 6 pot right here. Okay, that's 1 kill. I mean, maybe I should have W'd her, but it's fine. That's a filial flash as well, and I think they healed too. And he loses all this farm, so it's not bad. Just gonna push in 1 more wave and then probably just recall. So yeah, basically everything like that just went according to plan. It's mainly just you want to have an idea of what you're doing. You don't really have to know exactly what to do every single game, but right there you saw like we had everything planned from level 1 to level 6. It's very easy, very straightforward. You're not going to be able to do this every single time, there will be changes, but this is like the general idea and framework that you want to follow, right? And now we still have ultimate, so if Aphelios walks up for a plate, we're going to be able to go on him. Alright, so okay, I'm going to go on him. He doesn't have flash because we just burned it. Oh, I tried to get that minion, but I didn't get that minion. It's okay though. So we get a kill right there. And we know he still has no flash, so in about 1:40, we're going to do that again to him once we have ult, right? Every time we have ult and the enemies don't have flashes, it's going to be a free kill most of the time, unless something bad happens. So same thing. Going to hit the turret here, possibly for 1 plate, but honestly, turret platings are so tanky nowadays that I kind of don't even want to hit this. Because with new home guards, you get back to lane much faster, and it takes much longer to hit the plates without the crystal thing that does true damage. I almost like don't even want to hit these, because it'll take too much time. So normally, if you're not like close to getting a plate, I would recommend just recalling. I just did it there because I had the time to, but normally you really shouldn't hit it. Right, normally it's just 1 hit when the crystals gather up on the enemy tower, and then you proc the true damage, and that's it. Let's look top. Okay, top solo kill. Looks like a winner's queue game. So yeah. Anyways, next up we're gonna buy Fiend Hunter boats. This is like one there's like one way to build Nilah. If you have a BF sword base, you can either buy Yuntao or you can buy IE. In this case I went IE because I bought a pickaxe first. Right, first base I bought a pickaxe because I didn't have enough gold for anything else. And after that, I just turned it into an IE. And when you buy IE first, you're gonna want attack speed, because without attack speed, especially since they just nerfed her attack speed, and they keep doing that for like the previous patches as well, whenever they nerf Nilah, it's always her ult and her attack speed, so you're gonna want some attack speed. And Fiend Hunter Boats is a really good item. You get ultimate haste, you get damage, you get attack speed, crit, everything. It's really nice. And now I'm alone for a bit, so it's like a little rough. I might even just kill them. See, normally you're not supposed to be able to kill them because they're not supposed to walk up to you like that, but I think that guy saw my Nico walking through mid, he was like, yeah, okay, we're 1v2, right, we're safe. But I don't think he knows. Like, does he know? Anyways, that was a free kill, but it was gifted to us. We didn't really earn it. We just, like, all I did was notice that he was too far up, that's all. And then, I'm gonna push this wave here. There are crystals. We can hit the tower, but I don't think I want to. A little bit too far up for me, and I don't have anyone around me, so it's gonna be dangerous. Normally you just play it safe and you don't go for plays like that. And yeah, I'm gonna go with this buy, I think. 1 quick look, bring our crit chance to 40, so it's like, if we crit, maybe we get a lucky crit and we end up one-shotting the guy. And then 2 daggers for attack speed. So we're kind of chilling. This is like the mega scaling build because you're basically buying the best crit item up front, which is IE. Like, they nerfed it, the crit damage, but they buffed the AD for this item, right? So technically it's a better early game item now compared to what it used to be. And then Fiend Hunters will just give you crit attack speed. It's gonna be pretty balanced, like a pretty balanced build. I think Yuntao is still very useful just because of the amount of stats it gives, but also Yuntao is nerfed, so I don't always buy it anymore. Like, Yuntao nerf was substantial enough that I don't think it's like flat out the best crit item anymore, so I don't always buy it. And then there's another build too, which is Essence Reaver, but that's like another story. They just nerfed it, so I don't really want to talk about it for now. Might need more testing. But yeah, so far we're kind of just chilling. 17-2. I think the enemies will FF soon. If they don't, then it's just someone hostaging. But usually these games should be already won. Like, just look at my team. But yeah, this lane phase at least, I hope it was helpful in terms of helping you understand how lane phase should go, or at least like the ideal lane phase. Not everything went perfect, but for the most part, everything went according to plan, and that's what's important. Because I think it's like really difficult to play perfect. You have to be like, I don't know, in flow state or like whatever. You have to be like a crazy human being. But when you play and things go according to your plan, that's when you know you're getting better as a player, right? Because you're knowing how to plan ahead, you're knowing how to execute it, and these are kind of skills that you can translate between any role or champion, or just in life in general. So yeah, that's how I like to think about the game whenever I play my champions. I think what I can do, what I should do, and then, when can I actually gain an advantage. So yeah, right now we're kind of just chilling. Don't think we can take this tower in their face, because... Okay, I'm just gonna W my Nico here. And let's just try to farm in peace, get 200 gold, and then we base. I mean, right now I think Ophelio space, so we actually have enough time to get this tower. I'm gonna recall by my item, and then let's get out of here. So the enemies ended up FFing at 15 minutes, so there wasn't much else left to see, but I hope this video helped with more context on Nilah as a champion. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know if there's anything you would want to see next. Make sure to check my links down below in the descriptions, and thank you once again.